Welcome to the Hudson County Show. Pat O'Melia here. You're a Hudson County resident and you're concerned. That's why we do the show. And we're doing this show live on Comcast, Channel 190 in Jersey City. We would like to do it on Optimum, Altice, but they're absolutely awful, them people. That's why they're in the Hall of Shame, that group. We're live on livestream.com. Download the Livestream app. You can watch us. We archive all our shows there, and there's a ton of other programming on livestream.com. We're live on your Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live Apple TV, Google Chromecast, the Roku system. You can pick up Livestream through your Roku, your web TV. There was a web TV at one time. It was like rudimentary computer back then. It was the internet through your TV. Any web-enabled TV, your smart TVs, we can do that. As I said this week on the Jersey City Show, the shutdown is over. Went for about a whopping 3 days. Nobody gained anything. There were some reputations and feelings were bruised. Chuck Schumer in New York, we like Chuck. You know, Chuck's always in the news. He's always upset about something, whether it's luggage or whatever minute situation there is in New York. He's upset about it. But he's the minority speaker for the Senate now. He was the one negotiating with Donald Trump. And, you know, Donald Trump, as we know him, he's always been across the river in New York. He's got buildings in Jersey City, Trump Plaza, or whatever the hell that is down there in Jersey City. We've known Donald Trump, so he doesn't surprise us. You know, Donald Trump speaks off the cuff, off top of his head. He does not think before he speaks. But he is the guy that wrote the book, Art of the Deal. And he is a negotiator. He's a supreme negotiator. Listen, this guy didn't get where he is being stupid. We got like a 2-3 week reprieve on the government shutdown, and Trump is going after Schumer, saying that he caved, the Democrats caved. Listen, you're the guy that did the art of the friggin' deal. You know you only got 3 weeks, and you're going to attack these people? Somebody has to talk to the president and say, listen, you got to calm down. You can't keep trashing everybody. I don't know if it's his daughter, whoever, Kelly, somebody. Chris Christie. Just think, Chris Christie should be Trump's filter. And who would think of Chris Christie as a filter? All right, we got a busy, listen, HMG TV shows. If you got a problem with the county, you got a problem in your municipality, you got a consumer issue, we're really good at helping you with that. Go to HMG TV shows. You send me an email. You can tweet me at JC Hudson Media on Twitter. You can find us everywhere. On Facebook, we're there too. If you got some questions during the show, we'll answer them. We'll put it up on the screen. We got a busy show. Governor Murphy is going to review those corporate tax incentives, like $5 billion to Amazon and millions of dollars for Panasonic to move from Secaucus to Newark. Those kind of things. Sheriff in a high-speed road pursuit, the mayor's race in Bayonne, and so much more. And it's all live, and you can be part of it. You can send us a question, a comment, whatever you want. But we're going to break for commercial right now. You're watching the Hudson County Show. We'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design studio and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. We're back. You're watching the Hudson County Show. Pat O'Melia here. You concerned Hudson County residents. Well, I do the show, and I do it live. Just seen Consumer Carpets. I got to call Nelson. He's the proprietor, the owner of Consumer Carpets. My kids bought a house in Seaside Heights, and there's hardwood floors all through. And the house was built in 1946, and these original floors. For some reason, there was something in the middle of these floors forever. The middle of the floors are pristine. the edges, like the 8 inches or 12 inches from the wall, they stained that. It must have like a throw rug or linoleum or something in the middle. There was pristine wood there. So Nelson's going to go and sand them down and refinish them. More than just carpet and tile with Nelson at Consumer Carpet. They do hardwood floors and all the Prego floors. High-speed chase in Jersey City resulting in the death of a pedestrian on Communipore. Guy's waiting for a bus. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. They believe he's volunteering for the hearing impaired. No, he was working at FedEx, but he volunteers for the hearing impaired. He was deaf also. Waiting for the bus, and the Hudson County Sheriff's seen some kids, teenagers we believe, speeding down Kennedy Boulevard. And the sheriff's officer went in hot pursuit, high-speed pursuit. And these kids driving this stolen SUV, they're not professional drivers here, and they lost control of the SUV. And, in Jersey City, you see a lot of the bus shelters now. I don't know who's installing them, New Jersey Transit or Mayor Fulop. It's kind of things you just ride by and you really don't pay attention to. Guys there waiting for the bus, SUV just takes them out. And it happened so quick, nobody even noticed that there was somebody under the SUV until patrons at the 7-Eleven said, somebody under there. Now the question here, should the sheriffs, Hudson County sheriffs, be involved in high-speed pursuits in Jersey City? What exactly is their authorization? What is their jurisdiction? What can they do? Now I know the Hudson County prosecutor said all the protocols were followed. Should the sheriffs be participating or starting a high-speed pursuit? I don't think they should be. Now, I understand all police officers receive high-speed training. That I spoke to some of the cops about. But I believe what should have been done is they get the number, kind of like California, do the low-speed pursuits, and you phone this into the JCPD. Now, listen, the Sheriff's Department, it's law enforcement, but they're not like the JCPD. Now, Kennedy Boulevard is a county road. Now, I don't know what happens when this kid is, they pull off a county road and into the city streets. That's why you tell the JCPD. I don't know if they were called to say this, and keep in mind, I don't think they were called to say we're in a high-speed pursuit here. This car went through a bunch of red lights at a high rate of speed. When you think back what happened on Tunley Avenue where the JCPD got over-enthusiastic in chasing someone, again, in the heat of the moment, what happened on Tunley Avenue, the JCPD, they believe people's lives are in danger by this lunatic who has this car. And it just ended terribly. The car hit a telephone pole, blows, but there's an innocent pedestrian there. The car explodes into flames. The cops are kicking this innocent pedestrian, but not realizing it's an innocent pedestrian. They don't know who this person is. They don't know if he was in a car or not. That led to indictments. Careers are in jeopardy. I don't think any of these cops are going to be convicted of these indictments. They were way overcharged. Over-enthusiastic, yes. But what did we learn from what happened in Jersey City not too long ago on Tunley Avenue? Where, Jersey City police were in a high-speed pursuit on Tunley Avenue, Route 1 and 9. They're shooting. All this is going on. Were memos sent out to any of the law enforcement here in Jersey City, just reminding people of protocols and procedures? Not sure. Maybe Jersey City just kept the memo. Maybe Hudson County Sheriff's Department didn't get it. But now you start to wonder about jurisdiction. We got the Port Authority. I see the Port Authority pulling cars over for whatever reason anywhere in Jersey City. New Jersey Transit, see, this is where, again, you pay for all this, one way or another. New Jersey Transit cops, guess what? You're paying for them. There's part of your tax dollars. Port Authority, you're paying for them every time you take Port Authority the path. You pay for all that. It's what I talk about, shared services. We need to rethink how we operate in the state of New Jersey, from the state to municipalities to the counties to the law enforcement and autonomous agencies and governmental agencies that do business here. The more we can spread out expenses, the less we have to beat you over the head, whether it be in property taxes, fares. Now, New Jersey Transit, all their fares are artificially low. I'm going to get into it with Governor Murphy is looking into New Jersey Transit. But getting back to what happened here, are they authorized to do a high-speed pursuit? Now, I really can't get an answer to that question right now because everybody's worried about lawsuits that are going on. I believe protocol and procedure should have been to notify the Jersey City Police that this car is going at a high rate of speed. We're in pursuit, but we shouldn't be in a high-speed pursuit. You got the license plate. You know, everything in Jersey City's under camera review, so I think you can find these people. Did the Sheriff's Department call anybody at the Hudson County Sheriff's Headquarters and ask for authorization to begin a high-speed pursuit? I haven't heard if that was done. But we have a fatality here. Young man is dead. And there are going to be a lot of questions. Could be a lot of lawsuits. Who's at fault here? Why did we get into a high-speed pursuit with a bunch of kids in a car? You're chasing kids, a bunch of teenagers. I think one kid, they have in custody. He was injured in the accident. They took him to the J.C. Med Center. I think he was 16 years old. The other two are still eluding law enforcement. They won't elude for long. They're kids. I'm pretty sure the JCPD's got a handle on who these kids are. It's just a matter of finding them. They're hiding in a closet somewhere, someplace in Hudson County or wherever, but we'll find them. When you enter the high-speed pursuit in Jersey City on Kennedy Boulevard, you run the risk of whoever's driving that vehicle that you're chasing not being able to control it. Now, how fast this person's going down Kennedy Boulevard, Kennedy Boulevard speed limit's 25. They're doing 40. Went through a few red lights. When that car started hitting the gas and doing, 50, 60, that officer should have backed off, called it into the JCPD. Shea has got cops everywhere. You can encircle that car in no time at all and just start blocking off streets. As this story grows and is pursued and the information comes out, we're going to find out some procedures weren't followed. And you know who's going to be on the hook for the lawsuit? That'll be you and your county taxes. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Hudson County Show. We'll be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. We be back. We be the Hudson County Show. I be Pat O'Melia. You be a concerned Hudson County residents. Why we do this show when we're doing it live. Don't forget, download the live stream app. You can watch me. You can watch all the shows. We're putting all our shows on the live stream and YouTube. The Tom's River Show, we're just dumping them on there. So if you got a minute, just take a quick look so it looks view-wise we're okay. With the problem with Altice, Awful Altice, that should be their name. Altice Awful or Awful Altice. When my contracts were up with the cable networks, I may just go all in on the streaming. And it's wrong because Comcast has been as cooperative as you can get, and they stay as ahead of the technology curve as you possibly can in this industry these days. We can go live almost at a drop of a hat with Comcast. And Awful Altice is like broadcasting in black and white. But they're just waiting to be bought. And they're supposedly they're negotiating with Spectrum. So hopefully Spectrum takes them over. No bargain there either, because Spectrum's got a bunch of trouble in New York City with contracts that weren't negotiated. But anyone, anywhere is better than Altice, Awful Altice. But I got to speak to a politician to find out, Altice, did the personnel even call this powerful politician in the state of New Jersey who was having problems with the cable company? Murph Man, Governor Murphy, he's getting busy, signing a lot of executive orders. One of them, he's going to review the corporate tax incentives that were dreamt up by Chris Christie's administration as a way to keep and attract businesses to New Jersey. I don't know how much we attracted. I don't have any stats on that. I know we kept a few, but we spent millions and millions of dollars to keep companies in New Jersey. You know, you take Panasonic in Newark. Panasonic and Secaucus. They moved to Newark, about a mile or so away. I think they received like $100 million to move to Newark. Because they were threatening to go elsewhere. They went from Secaucus to Newark, and we gave them huge tax breaks. I don't think that's the spirit of the incentive program. The incentive program is to attract companies to New Jersey. The incentive program is to attract companies to New Jersey that have available jobs. That we didn't seem to do. We kept people here, kept companies here, and we gave them hundreds of millions of dollars or millions of millions, depending on the situation, to stay here and maybe relocate. Oh, you're going to relocate to Newark? Well, we want to get development going in Newark, so we'll move Panasonic here. Did they move any new jobs? No, but we took them out of Secaucus. So Granelli's over there like, what the F is going on here? My own state paid Panasonic to move to Newark. Goya, oh boy, they're in Secaucus. They got a ton of money from the state of New Jersey, millions and millions. I think it was like $90 million to move about 3 blocks from Secaucus to Jersey City on County Road. Now, keep in mind, there isn't some magic tax pot. These monies come out of what you pay in property taxes, what you pay in fees, what you pay in water, all that there, your income tax, sales tax. That's where these incentives get the money from. And if they're on getting money in that bank because we've given these companies hundreds of $1 millions to move 2 or 3 blocks or stay here instead of going to Atlanta or something, and somewhere along the line, we have to look at where we are. Now, listen, I agree. We have to get a control on expenses here in New Jersey, or it'll be impossible to keep companies here. Everything is just too damn expensive this way. The property taxes, property values, employees' pays, the benefit packages, everything is ridiculous. When it's the same country, same United States, you go down south, it is a huge difference in the cost of living. Somehow we need to balance that. Can that be done in D.C.? I don't know. But somehow there's got to be some sort of an offset, some balance here. That, you know, car insurance in New Jersey, you know, for liability is costing you about $1,600 on the minimum. And I got somebody down in Georgia driving the same car, same federal highways and all, and their insurance is like $200. There's talk of property taxes down in like Atlanta where they pay $600 a year. We're up here, the same house, you're paying like, you know, $10,000 a year. We've got to figure out how to do this. Giving companies we've had companies come into Jersey City, relocate from New York City, and we've given them $40, $50 million in state tax incentives, not to mention abatements, to move over to New Jersey. But they didn't bring any available jobs. They just moved their jobs. So I'm not sure what the gain is for us. Unless it's the hot dog truck outside, I'm not sure. We don't have an employee tax, a payroll tax here in Jersey City. So I just created traffic and made the PATH train even more dense. I don't think we need to bribe companies to do business in Jersey City and Newark. You know, bad enough we give them abatements 30 years, and now we're giving them a tax incentive. Now, Amazon, we're talking about $100,000 for 50,000 jobs. $100,000 a job, $5 billion. Now, that is a ridiculous amount of money for a company that will eventually buy the United States, and there will be their own government if somebody doesn't step in and do some monopoly on Amazon, which will eventually happen. But I understand the Amazon deal. I understand giving the tax breaks if you're coming to New Jersey with available jobs. Paying Panasonic to go to Newark and just transfer their jobs over there didn't help Newark, and it hurt Secaucus. That doesn't make sense. If Amazon is going to come here and we're going to give them $5 billion in tax breaks for 50,000 jobs, I guess that's good. But the trick is, since you're giving the tax break, New Jersey, How do we ensure that the 50,000 jobs go to people from New Jersey and not people relocating from transporting themselves from New York on a daily basis? How do we control those jobs? You can't. So we have to figure out, if we're going to give these tax incentives, how do we make sure we get the jobs? And not somebody from Atlanta is getting a job and then they relocate to New Jersey. That didn't put somebody in New Jersey to work. That gave somebody in Atlanta a job to come to New Jersey. I need to put Jersey people to work. Now the Amazon, I think it's a great deal for New Jersey because there are huge levels of employment there from all levels of available workforce here, from the lowest rung to the highest rung in the corporate ladder. So 50,000 jobs, that'll make an impact. But again, it's your money. How do we make sure those jobs go to Jersey people? And how do we make sure that they keep all their promises? It's a problem in New York State and with Governor Cuomo. He had a bunch of these incentive ideas that didn't work out at all. And the people in New York, they're on the hook. I agree in attracting business. Maybe we should watch Shark Tank and follow these people and say, well, let's see if we can get these people to come to New Jersey. But we have to have locations for them. Dogpatch, Jersey City, and the Coppice Code and Kearney. We have to have warehouses and land. If these people want to get into business, they can go into business in a short period of time. I don't have to create everything and take years to do it. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Hudson County Show. We'll be right back.
Introducing the MyJCMC app, powered by Practice Unite. The free MyJCMC app puts the power of healthcare at your fingertips. Go to the concierge for access to referrals, scheduling, and appointments, see emergency room wait times, and get directions to Jersey City Medical Center health locations. Read the latest JCMC news through their social media feed, find a doctor, and more. The MyJCMC app. We belong to you.
It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org.
We're back. You're watching the Hudson County Show, and you're watching it live. Usually I move on to another topic, but I just want to stay with this tax incentive thing a little bit longer. We need to encourage job development here in New Jersey, particularly in Hudson County. And we got some locations. I mentioned Dogpatch and Coppice Code before. Dogpatch is my neck of Jersey City. That's where I was raised. It's at the foot of St. Paul's Avenue along the Hackensack River. We might even have a picture handy of Dogpatch. I know we've used Dogpatch in the past. If Greg can find one, he'll throw it up there. And the Coppice Code is basically across the river from Dogpatch in Kearney. At one time, that was a big operation, and it's just what it is, Coppice Code. It was all coke and black, coal and all that stuff. And the county took over the property, and they had to clean it, and they're bonded up. I think there's like $180 million tied up with the county bonds with Coppice Code. The area was clean. When the Arc Tunnel was going to be built, they had Dogpatch right there. That's the old PS&G site there, Public Service and Dogpatch on the foot of St. Paul's Avenue. They had oil tank, gas tanks. Coppice Code in Kearney, the Arc Tunnel, the state was going to take half of it and give Hudson County a bunch of money, but that was like 8 years ago. Nothing has happened there yet. So that's still costing the people of Hudson County tons of money, and of course costing Kearney tons of money because there's no ratables coming out of the county on that. We have these sites, and these sites have to be preserved because they are industrial sites. Dogpatch was PS&G, dilapidated trucking terminal. There was a bit of a neighborhood down there. Not a lot, but there was some neighborhood. But once you left Lewis Avenue down to the Hackensack River, it was all industrial. It is almost a time capsule down there. There's all dilapidated trucking terminals and warehouses, very little new development. I think there's a food purveyor down there that built a building on James Street. Mayor Fulop has to designate that an industrial area. Now, that's all well and good, but if we want to attract companies with these state incentives and try to bring businesses here with available jobs, we have to have some sort of a structure here. You can't stay in the middle of that dog patch. Put that picture of dog patch up again. You can't stand in the middle of dog patch with a flag, I guess, and say, we'll build it here, and in 3 or 4 years, there'll be employment here. We need to move quicker for that. You want to cut down crime? Have jobs. Building structures, warehouses, you bring in Hartz Mountain and Joe Panapinto. These guys know how to do this. If we're going to bond, instead of bonding $10 million for your museum, that's just going to be a pool of red ink. It's basically jewelry for Jersey City. I'd rather see that bonding go to build warehouses and light industrial down here in Dogpatch. And the same thing with the county of Hudson. Just having bare land isn't helping us. We need to have structures there so if somebody from, say, Shark Tank, or we talk with the corporate banking world where people are going for loans and capital to build the business or expand the business, whatever, we should be on the ground floor of that. And I don't know, joking around with the Shark Tank, but it's probably not a bad idea. So, that's a pretty good idea. They're looking to manufacture that. We have space in Jersey City or in Kearney that you can move in tomorrow. We need the jobs today. Even if somebody made a commitment, 2-3 years from now, we'll build this and we'll take care of the property and get things clean. We need to be ready. And we need to be more than shovel ready. We need to be ready for business now. So instead of $10 million for a museum on Journal Square, that's just going to be, a money loser. And we'll have a community center in there, and that's good. But do we need a $10 million community center? No, we don't. We just need a decent-sized room. The community college is all over Journal Square. I'm sure we could probably get a room somewhere in the community college and use that $10 million to build something on Dogpatch. A lot of that land that you see right there is owned by Public Service, Gas, and Electric. We can work some sort of a deal. I know Mayor Fulop is already talking to them. We gotta sell our souls to the devil to get that land. We need that land for jobs. Once we create an industrial area and designate it as such, we can start attracting businesses to put Jersey City people to work. Nothing against what goes on the waterfront here in Jersey City. Yeah, well, we brought in this big accounting firm and this Wall Street firm. I'm not putting people to work, the majority of them, up in Greenville or in the west side part of Jersey City to work in a Wall Street setting. Maybe 5% of that population can take advantage of that. I need to look at jobs for everybody, and we don't do that. What we do at our industrial sites, and scary, it's happening all through Hudson County, is we build condos and residential. And then we have no jobs. And then we wonder why we have high crime and high unemployment. Right now, the economy is booming. The Dow Jones, not long ago, celebrated, clapping their hands, it hit 20,000. It's at 26,000 something now. If we are going to make a move to bond and get the money, maybe something public-private, to build warehouses and light industry on Dogpatch and on the Coppice Code section. And Coppice Code, I think, is like 180 acres or something like that. I remember it as a kid. We'd drive over there for privacy with our girlfriends and hopefully not get stuck on that muddy road. That happened to a few friends of mine that we had to go out there and rescue them from the muddy road. And then you're looking, and the girl knows, well, my God, they know what I was doing here. Of course, we all knew what you were doing here. We did the same thing, just that we had bigger cars. Like, I'm thinking of one guy right now that we had to drag his car out of the mud. It's a huge piece of property, right off Route 7, where they're building a new bridge. It is, Dogpatch and Coppice Coat is going to be ideal for all the improvements the state is doing, bridge-wise. I'm not going to say improvements on the Tunley and Charlotte Circle because they're a disaster. The old circles were far better. But if Murphy may kill these incentives, if he doesn't kill that incentive programs, I guarantee you he's going to fine-tune them. We need to take advantage of the economy the way it is right now, build an industrial park that we can attract businesses today to Jersey City, today to Kearney. Get that land in Kearney on the ratables. You think Santos would love the Coppice Coat paying some property taxes? He would be doing the happy dance at the council meetings if that huge piece of land was paying property taxes. Jersey City, I'm not sure how much PS&G pays on that, but it's probably, now that they vacated it, it's a far less of a tax burden on PS&G. That's why you see a lot of people knock down the buildings and leave the land vacant. Completely different tax structure then. We need to get aggressive, create job opportunities, but we have to have the places to have the job opportunities. Dog Patch in Jersey City, huge piece of land down there, huge section. Now it's where the American Can Company was, public service, Tops Watch Bands, Western Electric, all that. And at Copper's Code, it was Copper's Code for 1,000,000 years over there. They got barge facilities, dock facilities. There's a lot of potential there. There's a lot of potential for job creation. And that's what we need to do here in Hudson County, Jersey City, and all the other municipalities of Hudson County. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Hudson County Show. I'll be right back.
Meineke Car Care, conveniently located at 700 Tunnelly Avenue, Jersey City, half a mile north of County Road. Meineke bumper-to-bumper car care. Brakes, exhaust, oil change, wheel alignments, batteries, CV joints, and so much more. First-rate service at a price you can afford. All major cards accepted. Apply for a Meineke card. Meineke, Jersey City. Stop by and let Sammy check your brakes for free.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. You're watching the Hudson County Show. I'm Pat O'Melia, your concerned Hudson County resident. Hopefully, I am educating, informing, and entertaining you here. That's my goal. That's what I live for. I get up in the morning and say, you know, I want to inform, educate, and entertain people. Hope I'm doing that. Liberty State Park. That is obviously the hottest property in Jersey City and the state of New Jersey. Everything's going down at Liberty State Park. Sam Pessin, part of the family that founded Liberty State Park in the 70s and fought for its development, you should get like a suit. It's like Game of Thrones. You should get a suit of armor and a big sword trying to fight off development at Liberty State Park. But there is development going on. Liberty Science Center is expanding. They're building a school and a hotel. Now we have the golf course. Last week or two, it's the marina that wants to expand. And everybody, we got to keep it open space. We got to save the little birds that go there. The little birds will be fine. There's a lot of land there at Liberty State Park. We're not hurting the little birdies down there. There's some guy was going around the high weeds down there saying, well, it's the birds. The birds like to come here. We'll take care of the birds. I understand Sam Pessin and the Friends of Liberty State Park. They want to keep it open, and the argument is always the views. We can't do that. It'll ruin the views. Now, it's not like we look downhill into New York City. New York City is pretty freaking high. You're not going to be blocking any of those views. You remember the empty sky 9/11 memorial? There was a big fight there. It'll block the views. Guess what? Yes, we can see New York. It's fine. Everything is blocking the views. I don't think the marina is going to be blocking the views. My discussions with Mayor Phillips said, well, it'll block the views. I said, Mayor, they're not putting cruise ships down here. We're talking boats. And everybody's saying it's a millionaire marina, and only millionaires have boats. That's not true. Boating is a big hobby. Fishermen have boats, and people want to rent slips there. And I don't think a marina is a terrible thing. And I don't think it's an ugly thing. Anybody ever see an ugly marina? Oh, look at that marina. Oh, horrible. I'm coming down the Parkway. The kid's got a house in Seaside, and we have a studio in Seaside, and we do a lot with Seaside Heights down there. And you're going down, you see marinas. There's no ugly marinas. They look good. And the state of New Jersey is the highest property tax state in New Jersey. Why? Because we have a lot of expenses. You know, I'm probably getting into it. Governor Murphy is going to boil down New Jersey Transit and get down to its finances. Another thing he may want to look into, the finances in New Jersey. I'm sure we shouldn't be as expensive as we are, but he's got a lot to do, a lot on his plate, and he's only been the governor for, like a little more than a week. New Jersey has to maximize whatever revenue we can get to offset the property taxes here. Asbury Park Press and our shows in Seaside and here, we spoke about the priorities for the new administration of Phil Murphy. There is not one poll or one comment that didn't start off with property taxes. So how do you start cutting the property taxes? Well, you got to start cutting expenses and generate revenue. Now, we keep talking about shared services. Yeah, there's got to be some shared services between the state and municipalities in the county. Look at Liberty State Park. The state is responsible for maintaining that. Well, I got two huge governments here also with the state property. You got the city of Jersey City and the county of Hudson. Did anyone from either one of those agencies, full up with Tom DeGeese, go to the state and say, listen, we want to try to help cut expenses statewide. Maybe we do some joint thing, because Jersey City has a huge parks department, and Hudson County does. We have a lot of parks, so we got a lot of equipment and park people. We can help the state, and we can spread out our park expenses. Of course nobody did that. The state has to look at ways of maximizing revenue. Now, with Liberty State Park's marina proposal, which, by the way, you can go and see the whole proposal next Tuesday, 10:30 a.m. at the Liberty House in Liberty State Park. Yeah, I'm sure Sam Pessin it's going to look like a Frankenstein movie with everybody outside with torches and what have you, fighting that. But we need to cut expenses in New Jersey and generate revenue. Now, a big component to the marina is the bulkhead. That, sorry, bulkhead's been there since the dawn of time when it was the Black Tom. There was a lot of shipping there. But people forget, there was a lot of shipping at the coast of Jersey City here. The bulkhead has to be repaired, and there's cost of the bulkhead repair is $40 to $50 million. That's built into the marina's lease. So the marina's lease, whatever it is it 40 years, 30 years? Well, there's $1 million a year right there in the bulkhead expenses. Probably $1 million plus whatever the lease rate is. Liberty National Golf Course wants to expand. They want to move 3 of their holes closer to the clubhouse. They need to expand in Liberty State Park. That'll be more revenue for the state of New Jersey. I would assume between the marina and the expansion of Liberty National, that possibly could cover the cost of the maintenance on Liberty State Park, and possibly, yes, possibly, improve it. Because no matter where you look at Liberty State Park, you see the needs of the park. There's crumbling parts of it. There's dilapidation. There, the old rail station. It looks the same as it did when Glenn was inaugurated, Glenn Cunningham in 2001. There is a need. Now, if you can tell, I think the cost of Liberty State Park per year is like $3 to $4 million in maintenance. Between these two entities, if you can take a big chunk out of that and get the bulkhead repaired, taking $40 million, somebody wrote that, well, we'll just bond for the $40 million. That's not even like, ferry dust comes out here, here's some bonding money, and it's free. Here, take it. No, you have to pay that, and that becomes part of your property taxes. I don't know what the bonding situation for the state of New Jersey is, but it's probably ridiculous. And the last thing you want is any more bonding. You don't want to hock your kids' futures. They'll lose the houses you're going to leave them, or their futures. They'll have to get the hell out of here. I don't know who will live here. Probably just robots, if we don't start controlling the expenses. Yes, I'm in favor. I know Sam Pessin just threw a coffee cup at the T-Bay. I'm in favor of the marina and the expansion of Liberty National Golf Course if it will offset the cost of maintenance for Liberty State Park. And if it doesn't offset it enough, the $3 to $4 million a year, then I suggest Mayor Fulop, County Exec Tom DeGeese, and Governor Murphy sit down. I know 2 of the 3 get along, and figure out how we can all work together to reduce cost. to reduce the burden on the people of New Jersey. That should be the goal, the business of the people. If we can somehow reduce or eliminate that cost of that park, that's $3-4 million a year less the state has to come up with, and math-wise, less they need to tax you for. All right, we're going to break the commercial. You watching the Hudson County Show? I'll be right back.
Pan & Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment. Adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panandpintoproperties.com. Pan & Pinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue in Jersey City. Your local collision specialist. Body and fender repair. On-site oven-baked paintwork. Fiberglass repair experts. Custom and classic car restoration. All insurance is welcome. 24-hour towing available. Licensed by the state of New Jersey. Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue, 201-222-3050. Plaza Auto Body, your bumper-to-bumper buddy.
We're back. You're watching the Hudson County Show. You just seen Plaza Auto Body there at 700 Tunley Avenue. We got to update some of that footage. That's like a 2000 GMC Jimmy there in that commercial. Nobody ever noticed in the commercial that there's no paint coming out of the spray gun. I remember when we shot that spot. I said, no. You're not spraying anything with my cameras in here. You have to paint on my lenses. Bayonne. Let's go over to Bayonne. Hello, Bayonne. How you doing? There's the mayor's race, and it will be a contentious one, too. In May. Actually, it's starting as we speak. I think Mayor Davis has his full ticket now. I believe the challenger, Jason O'Donnell, former assemblyman in Bayonne, he has a full ticket now. And there are rumors. Isn't there a song, Rumors, I think from Adele, Rumors? Yeah, it was Adele. See, I'm into that music and culture stuff, too. That the former mayor, Mark Smith, will enter the race, and he is putting together a ticket. So it will be a three-way dance if that happens. Now, supposedly, Mayor Smith is being brought in by Jimmy. This is rumors. Rumor has it. Yeah, I think that is an Adele song. That he's being brought in by the forces of Davis and the HCDO to take votes away from O'Donnell. But, he could split the vote so much that it may be in a runoff. It might be Smitty versus Davis or Smitty versus O'Donnell. Yeah, it's really tough to decide where the votes get siphoned from. And, Smitty probably reigned over some of the worst times in Bayonne's history. There was a lot of bad deals that were done under his administration there. Desperate deals that turned into bad deals. Futures were hawked. Actually, futures were sold. And if you didn't hawk the future, you sold the future off. I am setting up debates for the mayor's race. I would like to do two. I've been speaking to the forces of O'Donnell, and yesterday I was talking to the forces of Davis. We'll definitely have one. I want to have at least two. So I wanted to have one early in the general election and one close to election day. And the Davis side is, no, one. I'll go with two. I will do one as close to election as possible. If I'm only going to do one, so I'm going to probably do it late April. But I will do the second debate for the runoff. And if it is a three-way dance, then it will be a runoff. Now, if it's just O'Donnell and Davis, then I'm really going to try to fight to get two debates. We'll do one early. I'd like to do one early in March, the late end of March. And then if I'm doing two in the general election, I would like to do the other one like right at the beginning of May, maybe the last days of April. We want to get as close as we can, but that's still fluid. We're working on that. And last night I got calls about doing council. The Davis team, we're talking to the Davis group yesterday about the mayoral debates, and I guess people from the Davis said, well, what about our council people? So I'll be getting calls about doing council. We could probably, again, I don't want to get into a situation with Jersey City. I got 4 podiums. I got 5 inputs to do these debates live. So if it's a three-way dance for mayor, that's fine. We got 4 podiums. And council-wise, I guess we'd only have 3 council unless they're independent. So I probably could handle the debates. Now, we would do the debates live. Can't do it live on Optimum because it's awful Altice, the parent company of Optimum. And, like I said, I'm surprised they don't broadcast in black and white there. Lucy would be the big show on Altice. But we can go live on livestream.com, YouTube, Facebook, Apple TV, all are streaming. And I think it reported like 75% of the households have streaming capabilities now. They have devices that you can stream programming over, which is why Netflix and Hulu are so popular and successful. So we can do that. As we get closer, I'll talk about that more. I guess we do the debates. We can, put them up on Altice, but really it gets to this point. If I'm doing the debates and I got them up on YouTube and live stream, really, why would I even bother putting them on Altice, because you got Fios out there in Bayonne, too. Probably I'll just leave it on the stream. It would be nice like we did with Comcast and the mayor's race here in Jersey City. We did all the wards, all 6 wards, and the mayors. We did 7 debates, and we did them live on Comcast cable because Comcast, actually embraces technology. They're not stuck in the 50s there, black and white television. Yeah, we're loaded up on our sites, the debates, so you can watch them over and over. Now, Smith, Davis, O'Donnell, that's like the devil you know versus the devil you know and that other devil you know. So you're going to know all 3 of these candidates. They won't, unless there's some independent that jumps in, which I kind of doubt with the names. So listen, if these are the 3 guys, I'm going to say Davis, right now it's probably Davis, O'Donnell are 1 and 2. Smitty gets in there. He's in the mix. But, it's going to be real hard, real easy to throw rocks at Smitty. And Jay O'Donnell was, I think, public safety director under Smitty. Now, he probably knows where all the rocks are that he can throw. So that can get really contentious, dirty, just the kind of campaigns we like. And I will, if I'm only doing 1 debate, general election for the mayor, I will moderate it. Because I like the tension. I'm not knocking any of my other debaters, moderators we had in our debates, but I like the tension. The most watched debate, I think, of our council was the Ward D. That's my home ward in Jersey City. And you kind of prod these candidates into, you don't want them comfortable. You put them into an uncomfortable zone. So I will definitely moderate one of them. If I'm only doing 1 general mayoral debate, I will moderate it, and I will definitely moderate the runoff debate. I will get myself up to gear on all the issues in Bayonne. Got a lot of friends in Bayonne. Hey, Joe Doria, I can always talk to Joe and say, Joe, fill me in on the needs of Bayonne. Tell me what's good, what's bad, and what needs to be changed. And there's nobody who knows Bayonne better than Joe Doria, and nobody that is more revered in Bayonne than Joe Doria. It'll be interesting to see how history paints Joe Doria. Great mayor, great assembly, iconic assembly person. We talk about dysfunction in Washington, D.C., and in New Jersey. One thing that Joe Doria can always do, he could work both sides of that aisle. He was a person that can bring people together. Reminds me, this devil versus the devil you know versus the devil you know. In 2005, there was a lot of talk of Glenn Cunningham and Brett Schundler in the election. Glenn running for his 2nd term, Brett coming back. It didn't work out for Brett long-term with the state and running for governor. We all talked about it would be the devil you know versus the devil you know. Cunningham versus Schundler would have been a great campaign, but that was not to be. Unfortunately, Mayor Cunningham passed on, but it would have been a great one. This in Bayonne could be a great one if it's Davis, O'Donnell, and Smitty. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Hudson County Show. I'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design studio and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Well, hello. Finishing the rest of my cold coffee. You're watching the Hudson County Show. I'm Pat O'Melia, your concerned Hudson County resident. Now, I got two segments here, two 8-minute pieces, but we got to condense them into one 8-minute segment. Governor Murphy in New Jersey Transit. Governor Murphy wants to boil down New Jersey Transit. Boil it down. He's Irish, so they like boiled. Irish love boiling things, boiled potatoes and all. For that matter, Lou Manzo texted me. He just wrote a new book, An Irish Lullaby. I'm not sure what the book's about. His last one was about Chris Christie, and seeing this is An Irish Lullaby as the title, maybe this is about Murphy. He wants to boil down New Jersey Transit, then build it back up. Then rebuild it. But how and who pays? You know, they always talk about a forensic audit. You always hear that during a campaign. We'll do a forensic audit of that autonomous agency or that administration's budget or what have you. New Jersey Transit needs to be cut. It needs to be reined in. And one time, it was prestigious transportation. It was recognized nationally. Now it's the pits. Now, why is it the pits? Well, there's a lot of hands in that pot. Political. The politicians are always asking New Jersey Transit to do this and do that, but not fund it. They'll give New Jersey Transit mandates, but they are unfunded mandates. Very much like happens to some municipalities with the state and the feds. You know, if the private industry has a bus route, say Dominico buses, they're running the bus, and it's not profitable anymore. So they cut the bus route. And the politicians are like, oh, we got to have a bus. Well, you can't force private industry to lose money. And you don't want to subsidize them. So what they do, they talk to New Jersey Transit. And they say, we need New Jersey Transit to run a bus on this route. Dominico or ABC Busing, whoever, they're abandoning the route. New Jersey Transit, they want to pacify the politicians because they get a lot of money from the state. They do that, and it's a money-losing bus route, but they're trying to appease. That has to stop. If this isn't making money, it has to stop. New Jersey Transit, if the fares aren't covering the expense of the route, it has to stop. It's got to be able to at least rudimentarily handle its operating costs with a little subsidies from the property taxes and the residents of Jersey City, New Jersey, all the communities. It just can't keep swimming in red ink to pacify it. The light rail, it swims in red ink. And we're talking about it expanding it. Jersey City wants to expand it to Danforth Avenue because they want the Honeywell site to be developed. And if you put the light rail there, development grows. You know, it's like planting seeds. Well, and I'm told that's the truth. Wherever the light rail is, development grows. Well, if that's the case, if the light rail is the reason for the development, but the light rail is losing money, then maybe we should talk to these developers. Say, listen, yeah, we'll run the light rail into the Honeywell site. How much you giving us? How much you giving us, Honeywell, to run the light rail? Honeywell's got a few bucks. Maybe that's what has to be done. Wherever the light rail goes, and over the last 5-10 years or what have you, you've seen development prop up, around the light rail. We got to talk to them people, or we have to start cutting back on the light rail. It's all sorts of expansion. They're talking about sending it now into Bergen. Well, if it isn't making money, why the hell are we expanding it? Or you have to make the rates, the fares, cover the expense. And you don't want to do that. But it may help if the light rail would actually check tickets. As I am told, a very high percentage of people don't buy a ticket for the light rail. That's not helping the light rail. But these are the things that need to be looked at. Jitney bans that take a tremendous amount of passengers and revenue from the big buses, Yeah, maybe you crack down on them. Maybe New Jersey Transit gets some of the jitney bans. But crack down on those jitney, because you just look at them and you can say, do you really want to get on one of these? Because they are mostly ratty. Ed DeFazio used to pull those suckers over all the time. There's a lot that can be done, and I think Murphy's on the right track. Medicaid. The feds want to give the state more control of Medicaid, but they want to put a work requirement on. And I'm told there is kind of a work requirement now. What the feds are saying to the state, you can completely run the Medicaid, as I understand it. You run the Medicaid program, but we want this 20-hour-a-week work mandate. Now, it could be work, could be volunteering, it could be going to school. Now, depending on the age of the person, if this person is like in their 70s or so, and they're getting Medicaid, I think I'll forego the school and work. But if we have young people there, for whatever reason, they're on Medicaid, young adults, single mothers, whatever the case is, why they're on Medicaid, we need to try to help them be able to get off Medicaid and live a fruitful life. Now, work, I agree. Let's give them the 20 hours, but let's give them something that makes sense. Putting them in some job where they're pushing a broom, again, I don't want to knock custodians. Some of them make good money in the schools. Or pushing a mop, or just making work, to put this person to work actually cost you money, a make-work situation. It's like the summer programs for the kids in Jersey City. Stop the Drop. It's like 8 kids making $10 an hour and 1 garbage can. We're keeping the kids busy and out of mischief, but we're not making any money. It's really not cost-effective. So, yeah, depending on the backgrounds of these people, we could probably put them at DPW. Schools, cleaning up schools, doing whatever work. Same thing in the police departments, working in the parks, working in senior centers. Another idea to get work skills is maybe we talk to the employers in New Jersey or in Hudson County, Jersey City, whatever municipality we're talking about, and we speak to them and say, listen, we need to get 20 hours of work out of these people. We don't want to make it a make-work situation where I got to hire people to watch them to make sure they're here 20 hours. What if we sent these people to you, a car dealership, a Rite Aid, a restaurant, whatever the business might be, a bakery? We'll give you these people, and we'll do some aptitude thing. Find out when they have some background. We'll try to match it as best as possible. Put them to work in a real work situation where they're getting real work skills, on-the-job training. If they're enthusiastic and they want to work, they may be finding their employer there. Sitting them in a room or having to do some goofy stuff with a broom or a mop isn't helping them. But if we can help the employers here in Hudson County by giving them basically free labor, but in return, they're teaching these people a skill or a trade, that can only be a win-win. And when that employer, you already got them here, they're saying, well, I want to put somebody, I like that person. I want to give that person a job. We got potential of these people getting jobs, full-time, benefits that they get off the Medicaid until they reach an age where they should be on it. But, the Clinton administration back in the 90s, they revamped this, and 60% of the enrollees disappeared. So it works. But the thing is, we don't want to make work, and we don't want to stick people in a situation where there's no future in it. But if we can send people to private industry, give them free labor, I think that works. All right, I'm out of show. I'll talk to you during the week. You be good, you be safe. Good night.